Hey guys, welcome back. I think it's episode 10 today. I figured for this one I could talk about my trip to Minnesota last August, so basically a year ago. I was going to Nebraska Wesleyan, and if you start there, you have to take an archway. And the archway I decided on was you go camping in the Minnesota wilderness for a week. Which, those of you who know me that know that is like not my thing, and I don't like to be out with all the bugs and the gross stuff and, roughing it. So I decided I might as well sign up and do it. And so we left campus and drove all the way to where we were camping, Sawbill Canoe Outfitters. It's on way north east Minnesota, and it was a super long drive. So we make it there and we have to camp on the floor, and I was super unprepared because I'm not a camper, so I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't have anything to sleep on except my sleeping bag, which wasn't the right one, so I was cold sometimes. I didn't pack enough clothes or the right shoes. I got blisters all over my feet because I got the wrong boots. It was awful. It was raining and it was cold for 3 days. And we literally walked so much. So each time you have to go in between a lake, it's called a portage. And then you can get sectioned into rods, which one rod is 16 feet. The longest portage we had to do was 480 rods. So it was 2 miles. I don't know. My math sucks, so y'all decide. And it was uphill, downhill, and then we had to go through this little flooded area. It was crazy. And while we were portaging, you had to carry your pack and a canoe. It was so hard. It was so hard. I don't know how I survived. It was crazy. And so now we can talk about my experience and what I thought about it. So I went into this thinking, I'm just gonna go camp in the wilderness and see some animals or some plants and go canoeing, and it'll be fun. Well, I came out with a whole different experience, because you can really, out there in the wilderness, you can just find yourself. You have so much time to think and observe things and really get connected back to your life, who you were. Because before, I knew I felt lost. I know who I and myself was. So going out there was such a good experience. Even though I say I hate it, it was a good experience. I made 2 of my best college friends there. Again, I'm not going to name names just in case they don't want to be named. But they know who they are because they were in my group, and we only had 6 total. And on, I think, the 3rd day, I took one of my now friends, and we went hiking up this really steep mountain and found this cool rock formation. It was a circle. If I can find the picture, I'll post it. So we found that. Sorry, I'm so tired. So we found that and explored it a little bit, and it was just so surreal up there, and it was quiet. The only thing you could hear were the loons. You couldn't hear any people, no cars. Not having a phone was one of the best things about that trip, because you could just explore and experience, and nothing else mattered. It was one of the most surreal things. And going out and canoeing on the water, it was calm. It was just breathtaking. I encourage anyone who wants to go camping or wants to experience something new to go. Because I found myself, I took a look at my life and decided what I needed to change because I knew that where I was going wasn't good. And I look back on it now, and yeah, it was hard. It took a lot out of me, but I wouldn't change it. I still would go. I would go back. It was encapturing the bonds that you make with people out there, the fun, the experiences. We saw so much. We saw cliff edges, islands, windswept trees that were regrowing. There was just so much out there. And then when we got back, we had to take a class called Necessity of Wilderness. So we had to use our experiences from out there in the class. And that kind of pulled it all together, and it made even more sense afterwards. So I'll see if I can post some pictures. I might post them on Instagram or Twitter or even on this video. Or I'll just make a separate video of a collage of pictures. So thanks guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share with your friends.